Hey guys, welcome to this episode of The Rachel Cruze Show. And today we're talking about if now is the best or worst time to buy a new car. I saw a Fox Business article recently that says there are only 3 cars that you can buy new for under $20,000. All right, you guys, that's a lot of money, especially for a low-end car on the low end of the spectrum. Now at Ramsey, we believe in buying used cars because a new car instantly loses value when you drive it off the lot and continues to depreciate in value. And paying for a vehicle in cash, it's the way to go. So whether you're buying new or used. Now we will say you can buy a new car if you have $1 million net worth, but everyone else, used is the smartest way to buy a car. So today, I'm going to talk about what is going on in the car industry and how that could affect you and your money. Recently, Fox Business reported that new vehicle prices fell below MSRP in March for the first time in almost 2 years. Now, MSRP stands for Manufacturer's Suggested Retail Price. So the recommended cost for a vehicle according to the company that manufactures it. And even though some of the pandemic-related supply chain issues have finally eased up, overall car prices are still high, especially for new cars. According to Kelley Blue Book, the average amount people are spending on new cars as of March of 2023 is over $48,000. This article also predicts that car prices are expected to continue their downward trend, but are unlikely to reach pre-pandemic averages, which was around $38,000. And this is partly due to inflation, because also car makers have been trying to build more profitable high-end margins. So basically, they're trying to completely do away with low-price models so that you will spend more money and they can make bigger profit. So currently, the cheapest new car made by an American brand is the 2024 Chevy Trax, which costs more than $21,000. And like I mentioned earlier, apparently there are only 3 cars on the market made by Kia, Nissan, and Mitsubishi, which is under $20,000 right now. All right, before I talk more about the right time to buy a car, I want to tell you about Christian Healthcare Ministries. I know we're all looking for ways to save, especially on healthcare costs. So do yourself a favor and check out Christian Healthcare Ministries. It's biblically based health cost sharing that could keep your budget under control. So learn more today at chministries.org/budget. All right, this car industry talk is interesting, but how does it apply to you? Well, just like you ultimately hold the power over your money when it comes to buying a house, paying off debt, and investing, the same is true when it comes to cars. So regardless of what the interest rates look like or what the headlines are saying about inflation, you get to take control of your situation based on your specific needs and progress. So set the old ego aside for a minute and just think about what's the wisest thing for you and your family right now when it comes to a big financial purchase like a car, and if you have that purchase coming up. So for example, let's say that you're in the market for a new car, but you're also trying to pay down student loans and credit card debts. So if that's your situation, it's not going to be wise for you to add to your existing debts a $20,000 car loan. And that's only if you were to purchase the cheapest new car for sale. So instead, I would recommend that you weigh your options. If you and your spouse can talk and figure out, okay, is it possible to share a vehicle for a period of time? Are there family members or friends who might have an extra vehicle that they don't use as much that they're willing to let you borrow for a few months? I know a coworker of mine once borrowed her friend's car for an entire semester while she was studying abroad, which is amazing. I mean, you'll be surprised how many people are willing to help you if you just ask. Or let's say that you've exhausted all of your options and you decide that you do need to purchase a vehicle. Here are 3 things to consider to keep your spending in check. First, buy used instead of new. A new car loses 10% of its value the first minute you drive it off the lot, 20% after the first year, and 60% in the first 5 years loses its value. A new car is one of those rare investments that actually decreases in value. So unless you have tens of thousands of dollars to immediately just throw at a car, a pre-owned used vehicle is the way to go. And when you just need something to get you around town, again, to and from work, $4,000 or so can get you a used car. So again, it's not a pretty car, it's not a great car, but it helps you keep on track with your money goals. The second thing to keep in mind is that you don't have to have every luxury feature. All the bells and whistles are awesome, but they also can cost thousands of dollars more. And granted, the heated seats are great, but not worth taking on debt for. Plus, if you work all the baby steps, one day you will be able to buy a great car that you love and all the features that you want. So there's a time for everything, but right now, if you especially are paying off debt, buying a brand new car with everything is not worth it. Trust me, your time will come. You can get a great car later. The third thing I would encourage you to do is to set your ego aside. This is so hard because a lot of people would rather look like they're doing well and rich and successful in their car, and then they sacrifice their future because of car payments. So ask yourself some hard questions and figure out, okay, why is a car such a status symbol in our culture? It's wild that, again, these material possessions that we have, we feel like are tied to our value. So listen, if you choose to buy a car when it doesn't make sense for you financially, you might feel great and cool in the moment, but the second an accident happens or you need money for an emergency fund or again, something impulse comes up, you're going to regret that purchase. No one's gonna care about your car as much as you do. So be wise with your money and play the long game. All right, you guys, I hope this has helped shed some light on a money decision that everyone faces at one point in their life or multiple times in their life. So if you are considering purchasing a car in the near future, make sure that you think about your present and your future and be wise, okay? Used is a great way to go, and always pay for your cars in cash. Just pull up an investment calculator online or at RamseySolutions.com, type in the average car payment over 30 years. And if you had invested that car payment versus sending it to the bank, it will make your stomach turn of how much money you could have in 20 years and 30 years. And we have a great car buying guide that will help walk you through the process if you need more help when it comes to saving for a future car. And the Every Dollar budgeting app is a fantastic tool that can help you out as well. It's a budgeting app that I've used for years, and it helps you on track with your savings goals and helps you stay on track when it comes to your day-to-day spending as well. So download it today for free and try it out. And I'll put a link for both the card guide and the budgeting app in the description. So make sure to send this video to a friend who's considering buying a car soon. And remember, you guys, to take control of your money and create a life you love.